a certain thing but got held back by certain circumstances in your life, and you use all these excuses. I've been there, okay, so I cannot fault you for that. But the beautiful thing about life is you think you're in control when in fact you are not in control at all, because in situations like that, you know exactly what happens, right? If you're not moving out of pleasure, you get to be moved out of pain. So what happens? Universe, higher power, God, whatever you believe in, will strip you of absolutely everything. Your environment, relationships, your identity, so you have space and feel more courageous to take big risks, because there's nothing to lose. Like where are you supposed to fall if you're already at rock bottom, you know? Let's see what else we have. Number 2, destruction is needed for new order. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, Toni, that actually sounds very negative. It is not if you look at it the right way. Because I don't know about you, but observing what is currently going on collectively, I can think of a couple things, systems that I will gladly see being destroyed, so we can build something new, something more humanitarian and community focused. Oh my god, that just gave me chills just saying that. But zooming in on your personal life, the same goes for you as well. You have to let go of all the old layers, everything that you identified yourself as, in order to become the version that you see yourself to be, without all this conditioning and limiting beliefs. Truly thriving in your most authentic expression, living the most fulfilled and abundant life. And if these words ignite something inside of you right now, then you know I'm right. So the next time something leaves your life and you're grieving it, because that is absolutely valid, you get to grieve it, okay? But remember my words. This person, this environment, this character trait had to leave in order for the good to come in. Let's see. Number 3, right when you think of giving up, the universe provides you with exactly what you need to continue moving forward on your path. That goes for person, environment, money, like whatever resource it is. And this couldn't be more truth. If you're currently going through very uncertain times like I do, it's very hard to remember the actual miracles that happened in the past that make you remember that these miracles are just awaiting for you, and you're gonna get onto the other side and you're gonna be taken care of very, very well. I just remember so vividly when, around 1.5 years ago, when I left my corporate job in Dubai without really any backup plan, and I needed money for the business license of the agency that I wanted to build. It was around 4,500 euros. I did not have that money, okay? But you know what happened? I got a giveaway recommendation through my YouTube algorithm, and I was like, okay, that's weird. That's exactly the sum that I need to get my business up and running. And I took part in this giveaway. It was like a video entry thingy, doesn't matter. But I ended up winning it. So this is honestly the universe just presenting you with a golden opportunity, and it's up to you to grab it and take advantage of it. Yeah, magic is all around me. Miracles are all around. It's just about you recognizing that. Moving on. Number 4. Trying to control the outcome along the way is only draining your energy unnecessarily. You might as well 100% commit and fully trust and surrender. Now that's a hard pill to swallow, especially since nowadays all these spiritual gurus and teachers love to throw around that you just have to trust and surrender. There's such a stigma around it, but it's so much more. Yes, of course you have to trust in it and surrender and completely detach from any outcome and expectations. That's a given in order to call exactly that in that you are attracting. But you also need to take aligned action along the way. It's not about sitting back and just letting the universe, higher power, just dropping gifts into your lap. You have to co-create. It's an giving and receiving. Yeah, so to all my fellow control freaks out there, this is probably the hardest thing, but this taught me so freaking much. And it made me so freaking strong knowing that I am being provided for and I can take care of myself and all is well. It doesn't matter how bad it might look from the outside because I know I'm being taken care of. Also, a little side note, the outcome that you think you want, that you're like obsessed with, that you're having a hard time letting go of, I promise you now, the moment you let go and surrender and trust, the thing that you're gonna get is so much better than this. It's always way better than you can imagine. So keep that in mind the next time you're having a little hissy fit about things not turning out the way that you wanted them to. That's just your ego. Yeah. We all have it and we all go through it. It's just about recognizing it and letting your ego be. But knowing the truth, all is taken care of. Moving on. Number 5. The earlier you release the concept of time and certain milestones, the easier the journey will be. Stop comparing your progress, your life to others. We are all on our unique path after all. Now that is a huge one, especially in nowadays society where everything is kind of like linked to a certain age. It's so ridiculous because what I came to realize is time is not linear. Like you're not climbing a ladder to somewhere. It's about aligning yourself with the specific frequency of what you want to attract, and then it's just gonna drop in out of the blue, my friend. That's what you call miracles. That's what you call magic. There's no freaking timeline to that. So it doesn't matter if you worked on something for 3 days, 3 months, 3 years, 30 years. The moment you are aligned in the frequency and everything is ready, you're gonna receive the blessing that you were always meant to receive. So it doesn't make any sense to compare your journey and where you're at with other people's ones. It's only gonna make you depressed and be in a lack frequency. You're only gonna point out what you don't have. That is not the abundance mindset that you should embody, my friend. If you're in abundance, you're gonna attract more of it. But you know that. I'm just here to remind you of it. That honestly goes for everything. I said it before in one of my videos, but comparison is honestly like the biggest thief of joy. And joy is one of the highest frequency to be in. So stay in that. Okay? Okay. And the last one, number 6. Hitting rock bottom strengthened my belief in the divine God. It made me realize that miracles do in fact exist, and we are co-creating with source energy every second of every day. And I freaking love that the sun just came out like so freaking vividly when I said that, because it doesn't matter how dark it gotten on my journey. The moment I open myself up to God and realizing that there is a higher power holding me and taking care of me, I was also able to perceive all the miracles that have happened up until that point. And I'm so freaking blessed, because if what has happened in the past is only a glimpse of what can happen, you better believe I'm so freaking excited for what the universe has in store for me coming forward, because I learned my lessons and I will continue to do so. By no means is this journey ever gonna really end. It's just about realizing and recognizing the magic that is surrounding you and how much more you can look forward to. And I think with these beautiful words I will leave you with. It's so funny because this is the first video that I truly, honestly, completely winged. Because if you've seen past videos, I usually have like a full story time written out in script that I just read. But I just had some bullet points and wanted to let it flow however it wanted to come out. And I'm sure that the right type of people will be attracted to this video and see it. And I would love, as always, to know how it felt for you. Could you relate to any of these points? Like, what stage in your life are you currently in? Are you also completely lost the feeling.